Australia suffers its worst day of Covid-19 pandemic as anti-lockdown protests flare. Hundreds of unmasked protesters were seen marching through Melbourne's central business district before confronting police hours after a SMAP lockdown was announced for the entire state of Victoria. 6 officers were hospitalized in the protests, suffering suspected broken noses, a broken thumb and concussions, police said in a statement. At Sydney's protests, 1 officer was treated for head and neck injuries, and 47 people were arrested, NSW police said. Delta nothing Australia seen before. The state of NSW on Saturday reported a record 825 locally transmitted cases, and also had 3 coronavirus-related deaths. Speaking at a news conference, NSW Premier Gladys Berejiklian said the Delta strain is like nothing Australia has seen before. NSW has been grappling with the fast-spreading Delta variant outbreak for 2 months, with Greater Sydney under lockdown since late June. On Friday, the lockdown was extended until the end of September, with a nightly curfew between 9 p.m. and 5 a.m. to be imposed in parts of the city from Monday. In the neighbouring state of Victoria, 61 cases were reported Saturday, prompting authorities to extend lockdown measures from the capital, Melbourne, to the entire state. Residents are only allowed to leave home for essential activities such as shopping for food or medicine, caregiving, vaccinations, and exercise. In Sydney, protesters turned up in the centre of the city despite warnings from police, who set up checkpoints to prevent people from gathering. In Melbourne, hundreds of protesters marched through the city before they confronted authorities. And in Brisbane, thousands gathered in the city's Botanic Gardens, although the state of Queensland recorded no local new cases on Saturday. Shift in attitude. The protests highlight the challenge faced by Australian authorities in sticking to strict containment measures. For more than a year, Australia was regarded as a success story in containing COVID-19.
It sealed off its borders to almost all foreigners, imposed strict quarantines for arrivals, and introduced aggressive testing and tracing regimes to catch any cases that slipped through its defenses. But its zero-COVID strategy is being challenged by the Delta variant, which is estimated to be as transmissible as chickenpox. In recent weeks, Australian officials have signalled that they are moving away from the attempt to completely eradicate the coronavirus. Berejiklian, the NSW Premier, said at a news conference Thursday that people would have to learn to live with Delta. In New South Wales, we are learning that earlier than in other states, she said. On Saturday, Berejiklian said she had noticed a shift of attitude about what Delta means in her conversations with other state leaders. No matter how hard we work and no matter if 99% of people are doing the right thing, there is an element of Delta that nobody can control, she said. Instead of reducing cases to 0, Berejiklian said the government's job is to keep people out of hospital until vaccination rates increase. The best way we can look forward to freedom is by making sure that we get vaccinated, she said. Berejiklian expected 70% of the NSW population over the age of 16 to be fully vaccinated by the end of October, and 80% by mid-November, if current vaccination rates continue.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.